Well, you know what? She has played the nanny on television, and now she's playing one wicked stepmother on The Great White Way.
Yeah, it's time again for Backstage on Broadway in partnership with the Broadway Channel. And this week, Tamsen Fadal goes behind the scenes to talk with the mommy everybody loves to hate.
Well, welcome to this week's Backstage on Broadway in partnership with the Broadway Channel. As the nanny on the long-running sitcom, Fran Drescher drove TV audiences wild as the wickedly funny stepmother in Cinderella on Broadway. Well, she's driving audiences to the box office.
Yeah, but me and Mr. Sheffield aren't married.
It's a one-of-a-kind voice for a one-of-a-kind woman. Fran Drescher, who was and still is the nanny, is bigger than life these days, but she never forgets her roots.
I grew up in the shadow of Manhattan in Queens, New York, and the allure of Broadway and the glamour of, the theater was always very provocative to me.
The girl from Queens, whose first memorable role was the girl from Queens in Saturday Night Fever. She went from the big screen to the small screen in her iconic role as a nanny. And she played Fran for 6 seasons before it went into syndication.
Every time I ask you to do something, you always manage to screw it all up.
And yet you continue to ask me.
Now she's making her debut on The Great White Way in a very big way.
So I called her Cinderella. This show was something that I feel for my maiden voyage was like a godsend. First of all, to be able to be in a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, I mean, it's incomparable. There are very, very few music teams that can compare to them. And since I'm not really a singer, what are the odds that I'm going to be in a big Broadway musical like this by Rodgers and Hammerstein? It feels to me like a once-in-a-lifetime experience and something that I really couldn't turn down.
We must move on to Gabriel's hair. I'm beginning to think it's looking like a Bavarian pretzel.
Drescher plays the wicked stepmother in this fairy tale. For her, it's been a dream come true.
People say I was born to play this role. Well, I've never really played a mean character before, and the wicked stepmother, has given stepmothers a bad name.
So she decided to put a little sprinkle of Fran in this iconic role.
I really wanted to reinvent her a little bit, make her very glamorous and sexy, a character that you love to hate, that you really look forward to coming back out on the stage. So I think I've done all of that, and I've infused comedy into the character, and so I'm really enjoying playing the role.
Beyond the last, she gets at every performance. Fran fought and conquered cancer and keeps on fighting on behalf of women's health issues. Until next time, I'm Tamsen Fadal, Backstage on Broadway.
And Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella was first performed live as a TV special back in 1957. It made history as the most widely viewed television broadcast up to that time. For more information, check out pix11.com/Broadway.
Hopefully Fran Drescher make it the most widely watched in-person show.
Yeah.
There you go, Fran.